After what was just an insane end to the Big Ten tournament, what a game between Penn State and Purdue. We are moments away from the Field of 68 being revealed for March Madness. I have the selection show pulled up. I can't show it. It'll get copyrighted, taken down. I can't have that happen. I don't even know what happened at the end of that game. Number one seed Houston also lost today. Alabama just pulled off earlier today their win to clinch the SEC championship in dominant fashion. So many things going on here. Send up the live on TikTok. Getting ready for the stream. And welcome to the Sports Radio. This is the March Madness Selection Show edition. Let's take a look right now at my predicted bracket. So we'll start off right now. Let's take a look. Obviously, you can see Houston and Alabama. Flip them. Houston is no longer my number one overall with that loss. I think they'll probably – honestly, you can bump Kansas to the 2 as well. So move Alabama to where Houston is. Move Houston where Kansas is. Move Kansas where Houston is, or where Bama is. That is what that is how my prediction has switched based off of what I just saw, what just happened. Maybe Houston goes down to where Purdue is, but overall, I doubt it. I'm pretty comfortable with what I just said. So other things to note. I know we'll look at the 2 seeds. I have UCLA, Arizona, Marquette, and Texas. Pull that one up as well. There it is. Those are my lines for the top 4 seeds. Like I said, take Kansas, bump them where Bama is, move Bama up to the top, and move Houston where just switch Houston and Bama. That's what it is. Switch Houston and Bama. Purdue will stay the 4. Texas will be my 5 overall. Arizona my 6. UCLA the 7. And Marquette the 8. Holy God, I need Rutgers in. Rutgers will make it. I don't see how Rutgers doesn't make it. Rutgers is not a team I'm worried about. I think they'll be 11. I think they dodge the first 4, but I do overall think that they will be in. The bubble. The bubble's interesting to me. So my first 4 out, I'll start UNC, Clemson, Oklahoma State. I think they have a chance, especially Oklahoma State. There is an argument to be made. Not going to happen, though. Realistically, I don't see it happening. I think it really comes down to Arizona State, Nevada, and Pitt, 2 of those 3. I believe that Nevada and Arizona State get in. I think Pitt is the one left out. I think that they're going to be the 69th ranked team. I think that there is a off chance, like I said, for Clemson, Oklahoma State, and UNC to get in. Don't really see it happening, though. But those are my last 4 in as of this morning. I stand by it. Nevada is my 68th team. Pitt is my 69th team, the last team out. But back to the bracket. Realistically, I still stand by all what I'm saying. I still think this is what it will look like. Obviously, I'm not going to get them all right. All right, I'm not perfect. And if you on TikTok, if you want to see what my bracket looks like, head over to our YouTube at Kata Media, and you can tune in there. What's up, Martin? Yes, sir. It is Tommy here. Tommy is here. But this is what I see the bracket looking like. But back to the bubble. Realistically, let's go through all these teams and say what their case is. We'll start off with NC State. They're pretty comfortably in. You can make an argument for keeping them out, but I think that they're going to be in. I just think they're going to have to play in the first 4. I think they took care of business, had a good enough record, won enough quad 1 games. My man is back. Back to Utah State. They won against, who was it the other night? Boise State. They beat Boise State the other night. I felt like that solidified their case heading to their conference championship. I don't believe that they've won their conference championship. They might have won it, actually. But either way, I do think that they are going to be in, regardless if they won or not. I want to say San Diego State won. I'm like 99% sure that San Diego State won. But, yeah, San Diego State won. They played San Diego State tough. But overall, listen, they're going to be in. They're going to find their way into the tournament. What is going on? Whoa. Yeah, all right. There's Shaka Smart. Like I said, I can't show the stream because it'll get this stream will get banned. I can't show the selection show, but I'll talk about it. But yeah, Utah State, they're pretty much in. Arizona State, they have the strongest strength of record out of these teams on here. They took care of business. They lost to Arizona, I know, but they lost in the semifinals. Literally, Arizona State, I feel like they took care of business enough that they will be in. FUNC, you know what, JJ Segs? I don't even know who you like. Whoever you like, fuck them. But, yes, sir. FJJ. Nevada's my last team in. Nevada and Pitt can go either way. I personally would rather see Pitt in. I'm a Pennsylvania kid, ACC guy. I would rather see Pitt in. But this isn't what I want. This is what I think. Because I'd rather see North Carolina in. And if North Carolina found a way in here, which with Ohio State bumping up yesterday into a quad 1 win for North Carolina, it gave them a chance. Good chance? No. 2% in my opinion. There's like a 2% chance. If the committee wants North Carolina in, they might be able to get away with it. It really is going to come down to, because I know the committee wants North Carolina to be in. We all know they want North Carolina to be in. Does what the committee want mean, oh, you're a Villanova guy, but you hate Philly? Got it. Makes sense. You're a Villanova guy, but you hate Philly. Makes sense, JJ. Makes sense. But overall, I think that is enough to get them into the tournament. I don't think it's enough to get them into the tournament. I don't think Ohio State becoming the 1 is enough to get them in, or becoming a quad 1 win is enough to get them in. If Michigan would have beat Rutgers, we might be having a different conversation, because if Michigan would have became a quad 1 win, and then North Carolina would have 3 quad 1 wins. But back to looking at this bracket. Houston, Howard, like I said, move Bama to where Houston is, move Kansas, or leave Kansas there and move Houston. Switch Houston and Bama. Switch Houston and Bama, in my opinion. Bama should be the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. I think Bama should be the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. Other interesting things. Oral Roberts is a 12. I see some people putting him at 11. I think they're good fit at 12. And I think if this bracket falls the way I think it will, and they match up with TCU, I think they will actually beat TCU. So Oral Roberts going to 12 is an interesting thing for me. It's an interesting point I put there. But overall, Utah State, Arizona State, NC State, Nevada are my last 4 in. I Pitt, another team, like I said. I want to see Pitt get in. Don't see it happening, though. I don't see it happening, though. Remember, everybody on TikTok, we're live on Kata Media. Make sure you go over and join. Join the stream. And we are back now. Selection show is back. I'm picking Kansas again 2 years in a row. Kansas isn't a bad bet. My only concern with Kansas is how long is Bill Self going to be out? Because we saw that hurt them. That hurt them yesterday. No matter what anyone says, that definitely hurt them yesterday. But they're in. Talk about Kentucky. So Kentucky, I currently have marked as a 7 seed, I believe. I have them as a 7 versus Illinois. You think Mississippi State gets in? I think Mississippi State gets in. I don't think Mississippi State's in danger. To me, they wouldn't be in danger. I wouldn't say Mississippi State's in any danger. But talking about Kansas or Kentucky, I think Kentucky's a 7 seed. I could see them going up to an 8, going down to an 8, maybe a 9. But I think they're pretty comfortably in that 7 spot. They lost to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt ended up being a solid team, so it doesn't hurt them too much. I don't see them falling a ton, though. I think they're going to sit pretty comfortably right there at that 7. But my 1 seeds, like I said, Alabama, 1. My number 2 1 seed is I have Kansas, 3 Houston, 4 Purdue. Do I think UNC will make it? Do I think no? If you really wanted to put them in, you can make a case. Is it a strong case? Probably not. But is it a case that can be made? They have 2 quad 1 wins. They play in the ACC. They're loaded with talent. So is there a case to be made for North Carolina to get in? Yes. Am I going to sit here and make it? Probably not. I can't show it, but you can hear it.
We wish
you can hear it, I believe. You can hear it. I'll be live though here. Also, if you go over to Kata Media on YouTube, I'm also live there.
Players will be very happy to
but
have him
I
back
can't.
on the
I'll
bench
get
calling the
copyrighted.
shots in the huddle.
Sorry, dude. I
Okay,
wish I
we're
could.
talking about
I would
the
be
cream
showing
of
it
the
on
crop right
here,
now.
but I can't. I
The
would get
tournament is all
copyrighted.
about figuring out who's going to make those
But
runs.
North
Maybe not
Carolina, I don't
necessarily
think gets in. I'll be
from the
ecstatic. I'm a
St.
North Carolina
Peter's
fan, so if North Carolina
level
gets
of a
in,
run. But
I'll lose
who
my
are you
mind.
keeping your eye
I have
on?
no
Who's
expectation of them to get in. I
watching
would say,
as
like
we
I
get
said,
set for
2%
Super
chance North
68?
Carolina
I'm
gets
gonna
in.
give you 5 teams
My guy
that we're
Juan,
keeping
what's
a
up?
close
What's
eye
up?
all
Make sure you
year
guys keep
long.
dropping
Start
your
with
questions
Marquette. We just
on
had
where
Shaka Smart on.
teams will
They're
be
an
seated,
outstanding
where
offensive
what teams
team,
you think I'll be
absolutely
where,
owning the
if this
Big
team will
East
get
this
in,
year.
if this
San
team won't
Diego
get in.
State,
But right
very
now,
old
somebody
and
asked about Mississippi State.
experienced. They've been
Mississippi
together
State's in my
for
next 4 in.
years. Mountain
Mississippi
West is very
State,
underrated. I
Rutgers,
think they're due to win some
Providence,
games in the
and
NCAA
who was
tournament.
the other
Duke.
one? I
I'm
believe
a
it
proponent of you're a
was
totally different team in December than you
DC
are
won
in
their conference.
March.
I forget who
Duke
the
is
other
the
one was.
example of that
USC,
because they have
USC,
freshmen that have gotten
USC.
a lot
Those are my
better.
next 4 in.
John Shire's done an outstanding job.
Where we
Memphis.
seated.
Let's see what
I
Memphis
think
can
that
come
who
up
we
with
talking about
after
where
a
we
big
see.
win.
Oh, Duke, where we
They have
seated.
veterans
Duke
on their
is an
team,
interesting
DeAndre
one. Duke.
Williams, Kendrick
I felt like
Davis.
Duke,
Those
Virginia,
guys know how to
Miami.
win in
Whoever won
college.
the
Penny
big
Hardaway,
the
you get
ACC
great recruiting
was
classes,
playing for
and
their
you don't
right.
win with young 18-year-olds. You win with
Was
veterans
playing
and
for their
college
right to
guys.
make
He's doing just
for
that
the
at
4 seed.
TCU.
I think that Duke, since they won, they'll be seated at 4. I think Miami and Virginia got bumped down to 5. But I think Duke winning the ACC moved them into a 4 spot. I really thought Duke's been playing their best basketball of the season. They've rattled off 8 in a row. The last time they lost was on that ridiculous foul call. Even as a North Carolina fan, should not have been a foul. Duke got robbed. But end of the day, Duke hasn't lost since then. Duke's defense is playing insane. Duke is loaded with talent. John Shire's coming into their own. In this tournament, with the way I have it set, they would face Houston. I would think they would win against Drake or Kent State. I think they would beat Indiana. I ultimately would have them falling to Houston. I love Houston. I think Houston, if Marcus Sasser is back. If not, I am taking Duke. If Marcus Sasser is not back, I think Duke would beat Houston. But it's hard to tell because by the time our brackets have to be submitted, we'll have no clue if Marcus Sasser's playing. That's the beauty of March Madness. You can sit there and predict, but you don't know how things are going to fall out. It's pretty easy. Yo, what's up? What's up? It's pretty easy to get through who we think's going to get in, who we think's going to get through the 64 and the 32. The Sweet 16 where people's brackets really get busted. Yeah, there's upsets here and there that'll bust people's brackets. But where brackets are won and lost is the Sweet 16. You got to have, in my opinion, you got to have 11 of the Sweet 16 teams right, 5 of the Elite 8 teams right, 3 of the Final 4 teams right, and your national champion. Your national champion has to win it all to win your pool. Because usually who wins the national champion, somebody has it. Now, there are occasions like UConn. When UConn won it, almost nobody in bracket pools had UConn winning the whole thing. But, man, this is nuts. This is chaos. This is my favorite time of the year. We're about to have my favorite thing of the entire year is about to be revealed. The March Madness bracket is going to be out in just moments. Back to what I said. Let's go back to the bubble. Nice imagining. Clemson. I think Clemson would have beat Virginia yesterday. Let's go. Todd is my man. I believe that Clemson, if they would have beat Virginia yesterday, they would have been in. But obviously, they didn't beat Virginia. Clemson, it hurts themselves because they have a couple quad 4 and quad 5 losses. You might be able to get away with 1 and 2 of those. But I know I heard somebody say to me today, Clemson has a really good record. Clemson has a couple quad 1 wins. Yeah, if you have quad 4 or 5 losses, you can't have that many compared to these other teams on the bubble and be able to get away with it. That's the issue for Clemson right now. Is they have those quad 4 and 5 losses. I think that's ultimately what's going to keep Clemson out of making the tournament. Man, this is nuts. I cannot wait. They need to start revealing this. They need to start revealing this bracket because the anxiety has here, guys. We're all anxious. We're all feeling it. We're all loving it. It is March Madness. Back to the bracket though. Other teams I'm interested about. Rutgers could be in some trouble. I think Rutgers gets in. They could be in some trouble. I could see them being in the first 4 as well. Same thing with Providence. I'm sitting at a 10 seed, but they're my last 10 seed. Instantly could get bumped down to 11. If the committee really doesn't like Providence, they could fall into the first 4. But I do think Providence ultimately gets it. I think the real teams the teams to watch out for: Nevada, NC State, Arizona State, Utah, Pitt, North Carolina, Clemson. And who's the last one? Oklahoma State. Those are the 8 teams I think are on the bubble. Those are the 8 teams I think will make up. 4 of those will make up the first 4. I think those are the 8 teams that could go either way. NC State, I think, is pretty complete. I would love an NC State North Carolina first 4. Wouldn't that be great? But North Carolina, if they don't get in, they don't deserve it. They really don't. I really don't think North Carolina deserves it, even as a North Carolina fan. I get the vibe you probably peed the bed as a kid. I get the vibe you probably peed. I don't remember the last time I peed myself in bed. I was probably like 3 or 4. But that would probably be the last time. Realistically, it's been a pretty long time. It's probably been about 16 years, 17 years since I peed the bed last. But interesting. Yeah, but I'll ask. How about this? I'll tell you what. I'll ask my dad. After this last time I peed the bed, I'm sure he knows. Yes, it is. There it is. We'll flip it for a second. We'll flip it for a second.
32 teams.
I don't even know how to flip it. There we go. We got the string going. The bracket is going to be revealed here shortly. I can't wait.
Good evening, everybody.
TikTok, make sure you come join the YouTube Live at Cotta Media.
I'm Greg Gumbel alongside
Greg Gumbel.
Seth Davis. Jay Wright,
and Clark Kellogg, 2 of my favorite people to hear talk, and they're about to tell us who is going to be in the field of 68. Jay Wright's on this. Jay Wright is in this.
But I'm thinking about my guys today. In 2008,
we were the last team to get in. And I'm
Last
thinking
team to get
about
in.
the
See, the last team,
anxiety
people
we
don't
had
realize
that day.
these
But the
teams in the
excitement
first four are
too.
dangerous. We saw it with UCLA a
Everybody
few years
is
ago.
thinking that way right
These
now.
teams in the
We're
first four
with
can
you.
get dangerous
Enjoy it.
because
We're
here's
gonna
the
get to
thing.
it fast.
If they win their first round and the 11 over 6 is a very common upset because the 6 is usually a very good mid-major team that won their conference or came in second in their conference or whatever. And the 11 is usually a Power 5 team that just snuck in. So if we're talking about, let's use an example of, say, Arizona State. If they get matched up with, like, you're going to show the screen. I can't show the screen. I'll get taken. You know, I'm not do it anyway. But I'll show the screen on and off. I'll show the screen on and off. The number 1 overall seed is Alabama. So Alabama got the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. Alabama is the number 1 overall seed. They will be taking on. So I got that right. Like I said, last minute audible. Alabama the number 1. Bama, we know it can be interesting. Bama can be an interesting situation with the Brandon Miller thing. I know a lot of people don't want to see them do well. I think they're a threat. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi versus Southern Missouri State. They're the 16. They'll be in a play-in. Interesting. I thought Corpus Christi would have dodged the playing game, but they didn't. They're going to have to take a playing game against Southern Missouri State, who actually stole their conference, literally robbed their conference title. So Southern Missouri State, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, 16 seeds. Who's the 8-9? This is interesting. I have the 8-9 here as I think it's going to be Maryland and Auburn. I think Maryland, Auburn, Michigan State could be an 8. Maryland, I got it. Maryland is the 8. Maryland's the 8 there. So let's see who they're matched up against. But Maryland, I don't think Maryland could beat Bama. I don't think that would be an 8 I'd take, an 8-9 matchup I'd take. The only 1 seeds, West Virginia. So I had West Virginia as a 9 seed, but I had them down against Penn State. So I got them right, both 8-9s. So both 8-9s. I just had the wrong 8-9, wrong 9 seed. 5 seed San Diego State. I had TCU in this region, but I had San Diego State. I think I had San Diego State as a 6 seed. Yeah, I had San Diego State as a 6 seed. So interesting. Charleston. I had Charleston as a 12 seed as well. I had them a region down matched up against Virginia, but they're also a 12 seed. I think Charleston's going to make some noise. That might be my 12 seed upset. Charleston's good. Charleston is a very good team. They're 31-3. They play very good defense. They rebound well. That is what that might be a 12 matchup I take. That might be that 12 matchup I take. Virginia's a 4. Wow. Virginia's a 4. Furman at 13. Did I have Furman as a 13? I think I had him as a 14. I've gotten every team in right, but I mean, these are all, we've seen like all teams we knew were going to be in by now. The 11s are where things get interesting. But Furman, Virginia at a 4. What? Then who's not going to be a 4? That means Duke. Xavier might not be a 4. 6. Creighton. They were a 6 in my book. I just had them in a different region, but they are a 6. I'm very interested to see. This 11 is where they're interesting. The 11 seeds are always the interesting ones. The 11 seed, who is it? Show me Rutgers. NC State. So NC State gets in. They avoid the first 4, so they weren't in the next 4 in, or the last 4 in. They were in the next 4, or the next 4 in. Yep, they were in the next 4 in.
All right, the number 3 seed in the South, the Baylor Bears.
Baylor 3. I had Baylor as a 3. Yep, that was correct. I got that one right. Baylor as a 3. I can't believe Virginia's a 4. Santa Barbara is a 14. I believe I had them as a 14 as well. Yep. I had them matched up against Kansas State in the bottom right, but they're both. I got their seeds right there. Wow.
The second team out of the
Missouri is 7? A little high in my opinion. Or no, I think I had that about right. Yep, I had them at a 7. I had them at 7. I was debating on whether to put Missouri as an 8 or 9. Utah State is a 10.
We were all impressed by them down.
Wow, they really jumped up. I thought they were in some, not in danger, but wow. So 2 of my last 4 in was Arizona 2. Figured that would happen. Arizona 2. Arizona, Bama in the same region. Interesting. My biggest shocks right now would be Utah State as a 10 My biggest shocks right now would be Utah State's at 10 and Virginia has a 4. Princeton has a 15. I thought Princeton was going to match up against Marquette. Princeton, they played very well. They had to play a perfect game. Like I said before the game, they had to play a perfect game to beat Yale, and they did. They played a perfect basketball game.
Kansas and Houston, both those teams lost, but this is my upset region, guys. You named it. Charleston beats San Diego State. Furman beats Virginia. Charleston to the Sweet 16, and UC Santa Barbara is going to the Sweet 16. Baylor's lost a couple first-round games.
What? Okay, yeah, he's on track. But no, I agree. I could see Charleston go to the Sweet 16. I really could. I could see Charleston going to the Sweet 16. I don't know. Charleston could be a Sweet 16 team in my book.
But I tell you what, that'll be a tough matchup. Whoever comes out of that game against most likely Alabama, that'll be a fun one to watch.
Jay, take a look at the bottom part of this.
Ooh,
I
Charleston.
like 2 games there. Utah State and Missouri. Both of those teams can really.
Utah State and Missouri is an interesting one,
That's gonna be
too.
a fun one to
Utah
watch.
State and Missouri is going to be a
I also
tough one to
think
pick.
Princeton
I think
is-
UT Santa Barbara
Princeton
takes
will
care of
be-
business
is a
against.
team
Doesn't take care of
not
business. I think
gonna
Baylor's
face
going to win.
their
I do think
execution
Baylor
at a
wins that
level.
game.
I still think
Right now, my
Baylor
favorite
will
come out of this
win.
region. First glance, I would say Charleston, Bama make the Sweet 16. I would say we have I think it's pretty chalk in the end. I think the schools. I think we have a Bama, Arizona, Elite 8 on that side in this corner, and I have Bama winning the region. I know it's pretty, it's pretty basic. It's pretty, standard. It's not fun or anything, but it's just the way I see it falling. I just think. Ooh, that's tough. I think Bama wins that region. I do. I think Bama's going to the Final Four. I think Bama's in the Final Four. You got to realize, you might have your team that you think is the best team in the country, might be your 1 seed, but do you think that do you really think that they're going to be, do you think they win the national championship? Because it's just the way the bracket falls sometimes. You could face an 8 seed that matches up so well with you, but you would beat every other 8 seed. You would have beat 5 seeds. But that 8 seed matches up well with you. So we go to a break. Interesting region. Let's see if I can pull it up on Twitter. Let's see if I can pull up the region on Twitter. That was interesting to me, though. That was really interesting. I was shocked by Arizona at a 4. Stuns me. Or Virginia at a 4. Wow.
Halftime's over.
Wow.
Come on, I didn't get a chance to do my big finale, the Nance dance.
Jeez, Baylor, UC Santa Barbara is going to be a good one. Wow.
Introducing new Dove Men with 72-hour protection plus care for your skin, so you can forget your underarms and focus on being unforgettable.
I'm stunned. I'm actually stunned that UVA got a 4. That means Duke has to be a 4, right? Duke has to be a 4, don't they?
Two of Mother Nature's finest ingredients. We put a
Don't they?
savory sauce that'll give your taste buds a talking to. Mama knows best. All new honey garlic for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow.
It's not just OLED, it's LG OLED.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. Wow. UVA at a 4. I'm stunned by that. I really am shocked by it. I am truly shocked by that. I truly am shocked. So here's the first reason. Just off the top of my head. Bama, Maryland, Charleston, Virginia.
When you look into your future,
Charleston, Bama. Bama goes the Elite 8.
back in 1775.
Next up, it'll switch. Creighton, NC State, Creighton, Baylor, Arizona, Utah State, Arizona, Creighton, Arizona. So Arizona, Bama in the Elite 8. So I have Creighton, Arizona, Charleston, and Alabama as my Sweet 16 in this region. I think that I'm going to go Bama wins the region. I think Bama wins the region. Watch out for Creighton. Creighton's a very good team. They went through a ridiculous low in the middle of the season. They were missing a couple guys. Their head coach was out for a little bit. He was sick for a bit. But wow, I can't get over Virginia as a 4. What? Virginia at a 4? So does that mean Xavier's not a 4? That means Xavier can't be a 4. Because Duke has to be a 4, right? Duke has to be a 4.
Show where we get right back to
Duke, right? Duke has to be a 4. We're getting back into it.
And it's corporate champion Coke Zero Sugar.
The Midwest. So Houston, yep. I said I said switch Houston and Bama. I said switch Houston and Bama.
Defeated Cleveland State in the Horizon League Tournament Finals, and they win the American.
Wow.
And you have an
Wow.
issue with the Houston Cougars where they are. So
I'm
That's
thrilled
stunning
for
to me.
Houston.
That really
To
shocked
get
me.
to Houston for the Final Four. I do not see the case for Houston over Kansas on the overall seed line. Why do we care? Because if Kansas is in this spot, Kansas is going to Kansas City. Now they have to go to.
So, yes, that means that Houston is the number 2 overall seed and Kansas is the number 3 overall seed. Interesting. Interesting. I know Kansas lost, but I'm still kind of shocked by that.
We'll be talking to the chair a bit later on. You can bring that up. They'll be facing the 16th seed.
Unbelievable. I'm just – wow.
22-12 on the year. Marcus Ward.
I'm sorry. Northern Kentucky, I had them as a 16. I had them in the first 4 or in the first 4 as well. I had them in the playing game. I won 8. I had Iowa as an 8. Pretty – all right. Nothing shocking so far.
They will meet the Auburn Tigers.
Auburn had them as a 9. What's going on here?
16 of their first 19 games ended up 20-12 on the year. They're the 3rd team.
No, what's going on here?
Great 8-9 game. Iowa can get hot, and Auburn can defend. That's
I can't even share the game. They won't even let
The
me share
first
that.
and second round games in Albany, New York on Friday and Sunday now.
There's
The
my
number
full
5
bracket.
seed in the Midwest.
Bracket prediction. Miami at 5. I thought that would happen. I actually think I had Miami in that exact region. Let me check. I'm not at Miami in that region, but I have Miami as a 5. Overall, my predictions have been pretty solid. Virginia at a 4 really stunned me. Really shocked me. I've gotten every team in right. Drake at a 12. Interesting. I thought Drake would have been a 13. I thought Drake would have been a 13. Okay. Drake can give Miami some trouble, man. I like Miami. I like Miami to win. But Drake can give them some trouble.
Against a vulnerable Houston team with
Who's next?
status unknown because of injury.
Who's next? The 4. This is interesting to me. Indiana 4.
Third team out of the Big Ten.
Indiana 4. What? I got these 4-5s all wrong. Indiana 4.
On the season. They will take on
There's no – so Duke, Xavier, A&M's not going to be a 4. A&M won't be a 4 now. I think that's because they got their butts blown out. So Tennessee, Xavier, and Duke, one of those isn't a 4. I think it's going to be Xavier. I don't think Xavier's going to be a 4. Iowa State is 6. I got that right. 11. Is this a play-in? Is this a play-in or the last – I think the last 2 regions they do are the play-ins. I think they do that on purpose. Mississippi State's in the play-in. Pitt got in. Pitt got in. What? Arizona State didn't, or Nevada didn't get in then. All right. I would say there's a 0. So Mississippi State's in. Mississippi State's in. Pitt's in. I don't think there's almost no chance North Carolina gets in now. There was no chance to begin with, but interesting. Pitt got in. Okay. So is Arizona State or Nevada going to get in?
Coming out of the ACC, they had a 1-point win over North Carolina, and they won at Northwestern.
If Pitt, here's my thought. If North Carolina beats Pitt in that 1-point game in North Carolina, is North Carolina in over Pitt? Xavier's a 3? What the fuck? Xavier's a 3?
Out of the Atlantic Sun, the 14th state Kennesaw.
Are you kidding? What? Xavier's a 3? There's no Duke is a 5. Duke has to be a 5 then. What? So who's not a 3? Is Kansas State not a 3? Is UConn not a 3? What the?
5th team out of the SEC, the Aggies of Texas A&M.
Texas A&M's a 7?
SEC Coach of the Year takes them to their first NCAA tournament since 20.
What the fuck?
Tough seed for them, finishing second in the regular season, 15-3, and then making it to the finals.
They've got a Big Ten team in their sights because
What?
10 seed, the Nittany Lions of Penn State at 22.
Penn State's a 10. Penn State's beating Xavier. I'll tell you, or Texas A&M. I'm telling you that much. They should have been an 8 or a 9. That's ridiculous in itself. They screwed this region all the way the hell up.
The Midwest region. The number 2 seed, the Texas.
What the hell is going on? Xavier a 3? You're telling me A&M's a 7 and Xavier's a 3? Colgate, no!
This Raiders team is high octane offensively, one of the best.
Colgate's playing a weak defense now. Can Colgate outscore Texas?
We move back to the top of this bracket. Clark, is there a team there or a matchup there that stands out to you?
Well, the 8-9 Iowa's a very interesting team because of their ability to score. They've got a
Jesus,
dynamic player in
man.
Chris Murray. And when you think about their ability to score the ball,
Wow.
against Auburn, and then look ahead to a potential matchup with the number 1 seed, I think Iowa's in a position where they can maybe make some noise.
Yeah.
He's right. Iowa's good enough to beat Houston. They won't. If Marcus Sasser doesn't play, Iowa can beat Houston. But what the hell? Xavier a 3?
A little confused with that Texas A&M seeding, but
Oh, they should have been seeded a little higher.
oh, definitely second place in the
And A&M's a 7? They's got second in the SEC.
That game against Penn State, those two teams, that could be the best.
Dude, they must hate. How are they going to put Bama at 1? They're
to a second-round game against Xavier,
I know.
where they will
What
be playing Sean
the fuck is
Miller.
going
versus
on?
alma mater. I think this part of the bracket sets up very well for Texas. And by the
What?
way, you talked about Miami. They have an injury issue.
Penn State. I don't know if Penn State's going to. Here's the thing about Texas. Texas runs into trouble because if they play Colgate then Penn State, they're playing teams that can shoot the 3 ball.
In the second round, be a surprise team in the Sweet 16.
But that Kent State team is high octane and
Yes.
a very good defensive team. They lost a couple of close games to Gonzaga and Houston during the non-conference season. They can play with anybody.
All right, guys, 2 regions down, 2 to go. The wait is over for half the field. Several teams still
What?
obviously awaiting their fate.
I'm just like, I don't even know what to say about that region. All right. Let me breeze through my predictions. Let me find this on Twitter. Let me find this thing on Twitter real quick and breeze through. I'm in shock. My jaw is on the floor. I don't even know what to say.
I don't think corn.
I'm in shock.
That's why I have corn in it. I don't think it's
One Coke Zero Sugar.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Jordan Poole is the best Steeler ever.
No. Muggsy Bogues is the best ever. Thank you.
See, here's my thing. Penn State, I don't like that. They really screwed Penn State. They really screwed Penn State by putting them against A&M.
Five-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, Tamika. I think you.
How is A&M a 7? A&M's a 7. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, this is it. Okay. I found it. I found the graphic that has it.
Making a to-do list today.
Share
Make it
screen,
easy on yourself.
Chrome,
Just write
Twitter.
down
I
the
just don't even know what to say
and
right
write
now.
down, eat them.
I don't even know what to say.
Kind of done for the day.
Cole's shocked because how the hell is Xavier a 3? That's what Cole's shocked about. How is Xavier a 3? How is Virginia a 4? Why is A&M only a 7? Why did they screw Penn State over, put him at a 10, and then match him up with A&M? This is ridiculous. They screwed this all the way up. Houston, Northern Kentucky. Houston. Texas, Colgate. Colgate's going to give Texas some trouble. Colgate's going to give Texas some trouble, but I think Texas wins. Xavier, Kennesaw State. Give me Xavier, but Mississippi State Pitt versus Iowa State. I'm going to go Pitt. Mississippi. I'm going to go Mississippi State. I'm going to take Mississippi State, and then I'm going to take them over Iowa State. No, I'm going to take Xavier. I'm going to take Iowa State. I'm going to take Iowa State. And then it's Miami versus. So my Sweet 16 would be Houston versus Miami. And then, dude, Texas scared me. Texas versus Iowa State. Again, no, dude, give me Miami. Give me Miami. Yeah, I know. I don't see. It's tough because I think it's there's upsets in the first 2 days, but I think in the end, at least through these first 2 reasons, I think the top dogs prevail. I think I'm going a little too chalk. I gotta look at it a little bit more. But what the? I hate Penn State. I do too, honestly. I hate Penn State's matchup. They fucked them. They screwed them. Texas A&M. Texas A&M should have been a 4-5, maybe worst case scenario 6. But a 7? Rutgers is cooked. Rutgers is getting in, man. Don't you worry, bro. Rutgers better be in. If Rutgers isn't in it, Pitt is. All right, next region. Jesus Lord. West. So the bottom. This is where I think Kansas. Yep. Kansas is the 3. Kansas is the 3rd overall seed. What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
Looking forward to rejoining the team this week per the school's release. They are a 1 seed for the 2nd straight year.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that's the best news to know that Bill Self is recovering and going to be with this team going forward.
Okay, who do they get to play? 1st and 2nd round games to be played in Des Moines on
Howard. They're playing Howard. All right. Pretty not shocking. Pretty not shocking that they're playing Howard. I'm just still like, I don't understand that last region.
Moving on, the 8th seed, the Razorbacks.
I really don't understand that last region at all. Arkansas thought they would be an 8. Dude, watch out. Arkansas could beat Kansas. Illinois is a 9. Illinois is a 9. Fair enough. I thought Illinois would be around a 9. I really did. I think. No, I think I had them at a 10. I had Illinois is a 10, but a 9, I don't mind. I want to see this 5-4.
The 5th seed, the Gales of St. Mary's from the West Coast Conference.
Did I have St. Mary's as a 5? So St. Mary's is a 5. Dude, you're going to tell me TCU is going to be a 6. Okay, VCU is a 12. Interesting. It gives me a little. North Carolina's not getting it. I keep trying to convince myself there's a prayer for North Carolina, but there's not. UConn's a 4. So are they putting, so who's out? Duke or Tennessee is going to be a 5? Duke's got to be a 5. Duke's going to be a 5. Wow. Wow.
And they will take on the Gales of Iona. Coach Rick Pitino leading the Gales to
Iona can give UConn some trouble. Iona can give UConn some trouble.
1st and 2nd round games now in
TCU's a 6. 11. Who's the 11?
Frogs of TCU.
If I see North Carolina as 11, I'm going to lose it. There's no way we get it.
Kansas, they are the 6th team out of the Big 12. They'll play winner of the 1st.
Arizona State and Wednesday. Are they going to leave Rutgers out?
Out of the Pac-12, taking on the Wolfpack of Nevada.
A couple of weeks ago, right here.
Wow. Okay, so I think I quite know. What?
Arizona put them in the tournament.
So Rutgers? Dude, Rutgers.
The number 3 seed in the West region.
Oh my God, did they leave Rutgers out? Did they leave Providence out? Or Boise State? They're either like Providence. Did they leave Rutgers out? Dude, there is no way.
They had to win 4 games in their tournament. The WAC tournament.
Grand Canyon, Gonzaga's, everybody on planet Earth knew Gonzaga would be a 3.
Now, 1st and 2nd round games in
7 Wow. Northwestern's in. Thought so. How is Penn State? They beat them twice. They beat Illinois 3 times. You put Illinois at 9, but Penn State's a 10. Boise State's in. Rutgers got left out. Wow, Rutgers definitely just got hoed. They left Rutgers out?
24 and 9. And rounding out the West region, the 3rd team out of the Pac-12, UCLA.
Okay, UCLA. Well, they leave USC. They might have left USC out. It's either USC. USC, Rutgers, Providence are right now pooping their pants. Because only 2 of them got in.
Who do they get? They get those Bulldogs from
UNC Asheville. If there's a 15 seed that's pulling off an upset, it is going to be UNC Asheville. If there's a 15 seed that pulls off an upset, it's UNC Asheville.
6'9" can shoot it and plays defense at a high level protecting the rim.
All right, let's go back to the top of the bracket and back to you, Jay, right?
I like Arkansas here against Illinois. And if Arkansas can get past Illinois, which is going to be a great game, they match up with Kansas really well.
They do. That's right. They might beat Kansas.
Now playing like he is.
I'm interested to see what happens with Purdue because I think Purdue's going to be the first one to drop. But it could be Kansas.
You today win an A-10 championship. They're not playing around, and I think that they're going to beat St. Mary's in that 5-12 game. And what did we do to deserve UConn versus Iona? The rumored
they haven't called any of them, but they're all going to be in. They're all going to be in. Don't worry, they're all going to be in. They're all in the same region. Damn, that bottom left region is going to be loaded. But how are you gonna?
UCLA, and I have to say, with the injury,
Xavier a 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Seth.
UConn's a 4, but Xavier's a 3.
Terrific team. Mike Miles is outstanding in the backcourt. Remember, they blew Kansas out in
What?
the season. This is a very scary team.
I still can't get over A&M as a 7.
Game on. Fill out your men's and women's brackets for a chance to win an all-new Nissan.
I got at least one team wrong. I got at least one team wrong that was in.
At CBSSports.com.
Heading into this region, I think the teams that, yeah, dude, I'm gonna feel really bad. There is no way. Teams that should be nervous heading this region: Rutgers, Providence, and USC. Damn! Come on, give us the last region. What? Fuck. Dude, they can't leave Rutgers out, can they?
No, you could use Active Armor. It comes with AT&T. Really?
Yeah, I know.
Those annoying spam calls.
Rutgers is Rutgers out? Rutgers is out. Or is it Providence? I hope it's USC. I really hope USC is the team left out. Rutgers, I didn't think there was a chance in hell after Rutgers beat. After Rutgers beat, what's her name? Michigan, I thought there was no chance they missed. Wow. Jesus Lord.
Seriously.
Rutgers could still be a 10 and have been in pretty comfortably. Dude, they didn't leave Rutgers out, man. There's no this. They screwed this up. This is the worst.
Okay.
I think they messed this up more than they messed it up any other year. I really do. I think Xavier shouldn't be a 3. I think
Blue Devil, you get the presidential suite.
I think Xavier shouldn't be a 3. I think Penn State should be at least a 9. At least a 9. A&M should be at least a 6 or 7. What the fuck are they doing?
Is it March already?
Dude, they didn't release it yet. Don't worry. They didn't release it yet. At least I haven't seen it released yet. There's no way, bro. There's zero chance. They didn't release it yet, all right? So don't worry. I know you're nervous. There's no way they left Rutgers out.
Before the Xfinity Tension Network, they didn't have internet.
I didn't even.
Every device in every room.
Why are you up here? With speeds like this, I can't even dream of what he'll be able to do.
Get Xfinity
Rutgers,
Internet for
Providence, and
$25 a
Clemson
month with
might
no
be
annual
fucked.
contract during our limited time launch celebration.
One of Rutgers.
I have no idea how good you've got it.
Well,
What a time to be alive.
introducing the next generation.
This is true.
10G
Texas A&M out of 7. Texas A&M out of 7. Get the fuck out of here. I'm cursing a lot because this is.
The NCAA, CBS, and Warner Brothers Discovery would like to recognize and thank our official NCAA corporate champions and corporate partners for their ongoing support of the NCAA and NCAA student athletes throughout the year.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Back, everyone. 3 brackets down. 1 to go. Still several teams.
One region left, baby.
Fans kind of
One region left.
See what's going to happen, but the wait is now over. Back to the tournament bracket show from the NCAA and its corporate champions. We are now in the lower left quadrant, the East region, where the
No, they're not making it. They're not making it. If North Carolina gets in, I'll piss my pants. I'll pee my bed like that guy said I would.
Since 96, the Boilermakers.
All right, I haven't seen, so I see Purdue's the 1. Purdue's the 1.
Went on to win the Big Ten tournament title.
This 11-10.
59 and 5 overall. They will play the winner of the first 4 game in Dayton, Ohio on Wednesday. That game will be between Texas Southern Tigers. Coach Johnny Jones is
Okay, they screwed up here. It's Texas Southern and somebody
They
else.
still reach the NCAA tournament, winning their 3rd straight Southwest Athletic Conference tournament title. The other opponent, FDU.
Yeah.
Out of the Northeast.
They fucked something up. But Franklin Dickinson.
19 and 15.
Whoa. They just won the American Conference.
26 and 8 overall. Penny Hardaway's team.
They just won the American.
Houston Cougars for the American tournament.
That is the most dangerous 8 seed in the field.
They're gonna win. They're gonna beat. Where did I have them? I had them at a 7. Ugh. FAU. Whoa. Oh no, I had FAU at a 9. I had FAU. Dude, they're gonna. Memphis is gonna. Mark my words. Memphis beats Purdue.
To the Owls. First and second round games to be played in Orlando on Thursday.
They left Rutgers out, man. Duke's a 5. Fuck out of here, man. There's no way you put them at a 5 and a.
Number 2 seed Virginia.
No team playing any better. And Jeremy Roach.
Duke's gonna go to the Sweet 16. Duke might go to the Elite 8.
Late season.
I got to go.
Out of the Summit League, their opponent will be Oral Roberts. The Golden
They
Eagles
fucked it.
going
They really
undefeated
fucked
in
it.
Summit League play, 18-0 on the year.
I think honestly, Duke's gonna have a harder time beating Oral Roberts than Tennessee, because Tennessee's gonna be the 4.
In the country, him and Roach going head to head. Can't wait to put the isolated Cam on that.
7-5 transfer from Arkansas who can shoot
Yes,
threes.
Connor Hanover. Yes, sir.
The 4th seed, the Tennessee Volunteers, out of the SEC, 23-10 on the year.
Damn, bro.
7 in the conference. They made
Tennessee's the
5
4.
straight NCAA appearances, and they will meet out of the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. 26-7 on the year. They return to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2014 as they beat South Alabama in the Sun Belt
Jesus,
tournament
man.
final.
I don't even know what to say.
Now, moving on down. First and
This is where it
second
gets
round
interesting.
games
These last
between
ones, Kentucky's a
Greensboro,
6. What?
and
They're higher than A&M.
The Kentucky Wildcats, 21-11 on the year. Coach John
I
Calipari led
don't
the
know.
Wildcats to a 3rd place finish in the SEC.
What?
11-3 SEC finish. They have Oscar Shibwe. Enough said.
Bro, if North Carolina gets, there's no way. I'm
Will be the
Providence at 11.
team out of the Big
Rutgers
East.
didn't get in.
Bryce Hopper
Rutgers didn't get in.
transfer. Yeah, leads the Friars.
Unless Rutgers is the 10.
And
No, it's got to be USC. Wow, they left Rutgers out. No, my team didn't make it. I'm a North Carolina fan. They didn't get in. No, they're not getting in. Yeah, no, they fucked it. They didn't deserve to be in either. I'm okay with it. Trust me, dude. I'm a North Carolina fan. I can't deal with another championship loss. If this is my way of avoiding it, that's fine. They left Rutgers out, man. There's no way they put. It's USC or Rutgers. It's USC or Rutgers. But I think USC's in pretty easily.
Great first year for Jerome Tang, the head coach at Kansas State.
Who do they get?
Did they fuck? I'm gonna look at the comments in a second. I don't want anything spoiled.
Montana State, 25-9 on the year, making consecutive NCAA appearances.
Rutgers
First time
is gonna be
in
left
history
out.
After knocking off Northern Arizona in the Big Sky.
It's got to be USC, right?
First and second round games in Columbus, Ohio, on Friday and Sunday. The Spartans of
Michigan State,
Tom
interesting.
Izzo,
Interesting.
now
I would have switched Michigan State
record-setting
and Memphis.
25
I would have switched Michigan State and Memphis.
Fourth in the always tough Big Ten. They are the 8th team out of the Big Ten.
Yeah, same Philly sports
They
kid.
will meet
Dude, I can't wait to see you. Yep.
USC from the Pac-12.
Wow, they left Rutgers out.
Second in the Pac-12.
Wow.
And that's our last bubble team and the 4th from the Pac-12. Very respectable showing.
Now, last 2 slots to be filled in the East. Marquette's Golden Eagles.
Marquette's a 2, fair enough. Marquette might win this region. This region is going to be a fucking shit show. Wow, they left Rutgers out.
They were picked to finish 9th in the conference. A little better than that. 26 overall and 17-3.
Good, strong 2 seed for the Big East champions. That's a good seed for them.
Wow, Providence got it. What?
23-10. These Catamounts are a staple in the NCAA.
Oh my God.
At least a share of them.
They left Rutgers out.
In each of the last 7.
What the hell?
15th seed in the East Division. All right, let's refocus our attention to the top of this bracket.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
quick
to be clear,
thoughts.
that
Purdue,
16th seed
Memphis,
is
Memphis.
Texas Southern against FDU.
Duke,
Very dangerous double-digit seeds.
Or Roberts,
FDU
Duke.
and Oral
I'm gonna
Roberts.
go-
I feel like FDU to beat Memphis.
I'm gonna-
Duke's playing too well.
I'm gonna go Oral Roberts. I don't want to see Duke go far. I'm gonna say Oral Roberts. Tennessee win. Oral Roberts, Memphis, Sweet 16.
Louisiana wins that game.
Oral Roberts, man. I think Oral Roberts goes to the Elite 8. I think Oral Roberts can go to the Elite. Oral Roberts, I think, is gonna have a tougher time in the first round than beating their Sweet 16. Kentucky, Kansas State, Michigan, Marquette, Kentucky.
Came from Kentucky, but also
I'm gonna say Kentucky. I'm gonna say Kentucky. Oral Roberts Elite 8. Oral Roberts gets in. Oral Roberts gets in. Yes, sir. Dude, I'm going to be there all the time, Philly Sports Kid. Don't you worry. I'm going to be at the bank all the time. Once March Madness is over, I'm completely switching to the Phillies. Until then, I'm locked in on March Madness. This is my favorite thing. College basketball is my favorite thing. So
Tyler Kolek at point guard.
All right, let's talk about it a bit. Rutgers got screwed. Xavier has no business being a 3. Duke got screwed too.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like they've got a pretty good pathway to get to that next level.
All right, let's break down the conferences now that earned multiple bids. It looks like this. 9
Oh my God, they so screwed. They so screwed them.
Lead the way with 8 teams apiece, followed by the Big
ACC
12,
only got
with
5.
7
Interesting.
bids. We turn our attention to the last 4 teams that made the tournament and the first 4 teams that were.
Dude, if North Carolina would have beat Virginia, they would have been in.
If so, who would you take out?
Look, I had Rutgers in the field, but they had 4 quad 3 losses, so that's why they were out. Oklahoma State is the one team that got victimized the most by being in the Big 12. They had a lot of quad 1.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the streams. I don't know what to say. I'll break down my thoughts later. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be live with my bracket prediction here in a few days. But thank you guys for watching.
In quadruple